Hello everyone, this is Jay Miller again with Clear Credit View LLC. Today in this video, we are actually going to go over a simple savings and budgeting calculator that I just quickly created for purpose of this video here to help you guys out, give you a quick glimpse and a quick tool to help you guide your savings and your budgeting aspect. Now, with that being said, before we move forward, there are a few steps we should take, okay? So number one, go ahead and click the Google Sheets document in the description of the video. That will pull up the actual savings and budgeting calculator that we're going to go over today in this video, okay? And then once you've done that, write down all of your bills, all of the accounts you pay on, right, and the payment amounts that you also pay for those accounts, okay? Whether it's student loans, your credit cards, any subscriptions like Netflix or Hulu, gas, groceries, anything that you spend your money on every paycheck, right? Make sure you do not leave a single thing out, because if you leave any bill out, this whole process will not work for you. It won't be accurate, okay? So make sure you know that information, okay? Also, in regards to if you are paying on credit cards, right, only write down your minimum monthly payment, right? We'll say that you have a credit card where you typically pay $200 on, but the minimum payment is only $50. Only write down the minimum monthly payment, and I'll tell you why. So by writing down just the minimum monthly payment, you know that after you see your income versus what you have left, you then can control how much additional you want to put towards whatever bill, right? To pay it off quicker, to pay it down, whatever the case may be, okay? And then third, know your accurate income. Okay, so luckily for me, I am actually salaried, so I know every 2 weeks, I know exactly the amount I'm being paid. That does not change, right? Now, for those individuals who work 40 hours a week or who have overtime, things like that, get as close as possible to your accurate paycheck, right? Because once again, if you do not know exactly how much you're getting paid within 15 to say $25, this will not work for you. This information needs to be as accurate as possible in order for this to work and truly show what you have week over week, month over month, okay? Another thing to think about is this fourth step. So this is more than likely, I would say, probably the most important step, okay? Find your why. Why did you even come to these channels, right? Why do you even care about savings and paying down debt? If you don't know why you're doing it, more than likely you're not going to be successful, okay? That's just a plain fact. I've been there before, right? And I would just spend and spend and spend. However, I met my lovely wife, 8 years ago, and then now my why is just a better general life for her and I, right? I want to live comfortably, and then as far as that goes, you just want to make sure that you have your why, because if you don't know that, more than likely you're not going to be as successful, okay? So keep that in mind. Now, with that being said, go ahead and pause the video. Make sure you do steps number 1 through 3, and then I'll pause the video as well, and we will come back momentarily, okay? Alrighty guys, welcome back. Okay, so with that being said, we will, if you have all your information down, we will walk through this together. So at the top, I just go ahead and put your name right there. And this is all editable content, okay? So right here, I want you to put in your accurate income, right? So on mine, I have it set up for bi-weekly, so I get paid this coming, a few days from now, and then after that, 2 weeks later, okay? So you can put your paycheck date there, your paycheck amount, whether it's 1,000, 900, whatever the case may be, right? So there's mine there. And then on these columns here, go ahead, and this is where you're going to put in all of your bills, right? So for me, you got Navient, right? Student loans there. So Prosper, Progressive, Entertainment. Now Entertainment, I went ahead and wrapped up my subscriptions into one category, entertainment, right? So that's your Hulu, Netflix, Disney Plus, whatever the case may be, okay? You can itemize it out, if you want to type in, Netflix, whatever, and then $15, whatever the case may be. This will automatically calculate your total monthly bills for you, okay? The good news about this as well with Google Sheets is you can actually download Google Sheets to your actual smartphone. And what I do is every day, or I check my finances every day, but it is very important to, when you get paid, sit down, download Google Sheets. This is free for you. You can have this and download it to your phone, and you can always keep track of your finances right then and there and update it on real time. That's really nice. So with that being said, we will continue. Now, gas for me, I typically, it's $40, $35, $40 every 2 weeks is what I spend. Unfortunately, I am a smoker, so roughly 82. Groceries for my wife and I on a bi-weekly basis is anywhere from $125 to $150. Now, after you've done that, go ahead and, so these right here, I have it listed out for when I pay them. It is a good idea to also, I should have add in your due dates, because by knowing your due date, you can actually calculate it and structure it to where you can either have, you can just essentially split your bills to when they need to be paid. That way, there's no guessing game. It's getting paid. There's nothing going to be late, because you do not want there to be an issue with a late payment, because then in turn, it will hurt your credit, and you don't want that to happen. So I'll move over here. So on my second check of the month, these are the accounts that I pay on, okay? 120, 110, so on and so forth. Now, I do want to note that I am in a better spot than I was 7 years ago, right? So I've been in the finance industry for 7 years. Throughout that time, I've had 4 promotions. I started out at $31,000 per year. I've paid off my wife's car, my car, some student loans over the years. So that has definitely helped me. At one point, I was in a much, much worse spot to where this, after spending money, looked more like $50 without this excess money here, right? Now, with that being said, just moving on now, we go down here. You see this category. So these are your additional accounts in which you throw your money, right? So what I'm doing this year for 2021 is my goal, you'll see a video coming out called My Road to $10,000 Saved, right? So with that, every 2 weeks, I'm putting $385 in my Huntington account, which will then equate to $10,000 at the end of the year. So with that, so that's my goal for this year. Now, I'm putting $208 into my savings. Now, this will change. So essentially what I like to do for myself is I like to keep $200 in savings, in spending money. That's, going out to eat, whatever the case may be. Now, I do want to note something here too. If this number for you is $25, $50, one thing I do have to say is, and a lot of people hate this answer, but to get to a better spot, it just takes time and effort to save money and pay down bills. Unfortunately, in some cases, this can be a negative number, right? So at that point, you either need to put in more hours, you need to find a second job, find ways of supplemental income, which on my channel here, we will actually be releasing content about how to add supplemental income to help with paying off bills and giving you a better life. For the purpose of this video, it is strictly just the tool on budgeting, okay, and giving you that tool and kind of what that looks like, okay. Now over here, you may have noticed this. You can go ahead and play around with that. It's the habits calculator, okay. I'm going to be releasing a video that goes over that called Thousands Back Instantly. So for the time being and the purpose of this video, go ahead and disregard that. But I cannot stress the importance enough about knowing exactly where you stand with your savings and how much you truly have in your pocket. Okay. So with that being said, we will end the video here. I'm just wanted to give you this quick tool that you can use on a daily basis. Okay, like I said, download it, put it on your phone, keep it on your computer, and update it on a daily basis, and always review it every day, every week or bi-weekly that you get paid. Okay, so if you've liked this video and you like the content of the video, feel free to like the video and subscribe. Once again, this is Jay Miller, and I look forward to your progress. Thank you, guys.